Oh, yikes.
All right, folks, with Jamaica just days away from the general elections, the political stage is heating up. But beyond the rallies and the headlines, what really moves undecided voters at the last minute? What issues will ultimately decide who takes office? With us this morning to break it down, our very, very good friend, Jermaine Barrett, who is founder and executive director of the Jamaica Association of Debating and Empowerment Limited. Friend, well, go on, morning, welcome.
I'm here. Good morning. Good morning. Happy to be here. And never sorry for breaking my promise. The last time I was on this program, I promised that the next time I'd be in studio.
Yes, but
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I love you same way. Don't worry about it.
All right. Very good. Very good.
Let's start with the debates.
Yes.
Would a debate, for whatever side, make somebody say, yeah, you know me, I'll vote now because of what I'm hearing, maybe because of what I didn't hear? That happened?
So the data suggests, Neville, that people aren't swayed significantly either way. And especially the last debate on Saturday, both teams were so strong that I think what it does provide is conversation starters. People are now talking about the issues that were presented on either side of the debate, and that's good. Will it sway the voters either way significantly? I don't think so, but I don't think that that is a reason to say, well, the debates weren't of any use.
Who win the debate?
Well, they're putting me on the spot. So I call it after the debate in favor of the JLP only slightly. I've had conversations with other people, some of whom are quite frankly smarter than I. And the opinions, the views are all over the place in terms of some people saying it's the JLP, other people saying it's the PNP. But for the issues that matter to me and the sort of framing of the debate as it was, that, I think the JLP had it this time around.
The fact that crime wasn't really that much raised, brought up, debated. What did you take away from that, Jermaine?
Yeah, I think it was quite puzzling because I anticipated that of the various successes that this administration would be touting and would be celebrating, crime would be front and center, but it wasn't at all spoken about, except in the final comments by the third speaker there on the JLP. It was quite surprising. Also not spoken about are the infrastructure, the roads and the water supply that is being provided at an unprecedented extent. So I think that those were major misses on the part of the JLP.
Yeah. Jermaine, after this question, I can see you just say, when will get them full question from?
No, not even close. No, your questions are good. Basic but good.
I still will ask this one.
Yeah.
Why am I undecided? I've been listening to both parties talking like crazy. I'm going to drop tax, I'm going to give a bus, I'm going to do this, and everybody. So why would I be undecided? Does that mean I'm just not hearing anything that I like or I can't bother with the two of them? Why would I be undecided?
Yes, it's interesting because just last night I was listening to a program, an interview with pollster Don Anderson, and he gave 10 points as to why, based on his research, a large segment, approximately 1/3 of the Jamaican voters remain undecided, and that is not likely to shift, he says, to any real extent. And I think that the major reasons that he pointed to that really resonated with me just in terms of my conversations with people anecdotally. The fact that a lot of persons just aren't tuned in. So the political parties are trying aggressively. They're working hard to engage and to present their messaging to people on all platforms, traditional media, social media. You see the party workers walking the communities, knocking on doors, doing the hard work. But a lot of persons are just tuning out because, one, Jamaicans have historically developed a sense of apathy and disgust, quite frankly, many of them are, with politics as it is in Jamaica. People feel, particularly younger people who are, age 18 to 24 and even older, are of the view that, well, politics has not done anything for them. And a lot of young people are of the view as well that politics is just not interesting enough. The politicians aren't speaking about and treating with the issues that are of concern to them. At the same time, they're not really listening.
But Jermaine, do we not see a shift in that? There are two things I want to ask you about. One, the research suggests that the young people are more engaged than ever before. So I would push back on that a little bit with regard to the apathy in that demographic. How would you respond to that?
So Simone, that's a beautiful question, and thanks for that pushback. Thanks for the opportunity to clarify. So a lot of young persons are talking on social media and so forth. But let me tell you something, Simone.
Conversion.
Social media is not a space that converts people. Social media is where people just hop on, make a silly little comment or engage in clickbaiting or so forth. But it's not a space where people can discuss something deeply and thoroughly, like a manifesto, for example, like a prime minister's speech or an opposition leader's speech that would have gone on for maybe an hour almost, right? People have short attention spans, and so the ideas that are being promulgated in the platforms that they are not being consumed to a sufficient extent that would be engaging people. So people are talking on social media. Venting
the statistics,
their annoyance.
The statistics, as posted by Don Addison, August 2 to 11, the latest piece of research, shows that it says of those ages 25 to 34, 44.4% plan to ink their fingers at a polling station. 39.3% of younger voters aged 18 to 24 plan to vote, which is higher than the average was in the last election. And according to this, just over half of Jamaica's voting population is planning to cast a ballot, which would also be the highest percentage we have seen in a long time. There's something different to you about this.
You have to be careful with numbers, you see. The poll reveals that 50% of Jamaicans who are eligible to vote have confirmed that they are intending to vote. I bet you, Simone, that we will not get anywhere close to 50%.
I don't know. I'm not doubting you, I'm just telling you what the polls are saying at this point in time. So does that indicate there might be a shift?
Right. No, but here's the thing, Simone. When a poster comes to you and asks, are you going to vote? What's the proper thing for you to say? You say, yes, you're going to vote because that is what you're supposed to say.
No, sir.
But in reality, there's a significant distance between the number of persons who say that they're going to vote and the reality of persons who actually turn up to the polls. And that is the case in every single poll, every single election.
29.1% of folks have said they do not intend to go to the polls at all. Another 20.5% have said they're not sure. That's a combined total of how much? That's almost half.
49.
Yeah,
that's high.
Almost 50%. Yes.
But Jermaine, and sometimes we hear and we use the word apathy, especially in these times, very, very often. And last time we had 30-something%, and everybody say, "What?" And then when you check, we've been having 30% from when was the start of elections. My question is, how you get it more than that? Is it because the politicians just not saying what we want to hear? How do you get the electorate to say, I'm going to vote. This time I'm going to vote. I know you're right. I doubt if we're going to get anywhere close to 50. I agree with you. But how we get there? Because really and truly, when me have voter ID and me all that kind of thing, and me know me not vote, how are going to get? How you going to get?
Two things, and both of the solutions I'm going to deposit here are long-term solutions. One, you hear people talking about civics in schools, getting people to understand that in a democracy, they have a vitally important role to play. That quite frankly, when you hold governments accountable, you have to hold yourself accountable as well. That kind of messaging, that kind of teaching needs to be had in the education system. It is not being had, really. And then secondly, only performance from administrations over time that meet people's demands will build confidence in people such that they believe that politics is worth their time. Jamaica has, for the entirety almost of its electoral of its independence, have been faced with chronic levels of disappointment, politicians breaking promises, and that has become the norm. It's going to take us some time. Politicians proving that they are committed to delivering what it is that they've promised, such that people can recommit to the political process.
Yeah. You see, I like to put you on the spot, so I will. My final touch here, where I'm going to put you on the spot, and let me make it clear that I'm not asking you who you want to win, but from what you are hearing and reading, who do you think will win?
I'm guided by the numbers, and listen, I will not declare a winner just yet with approximately 2 weeks out or less actually. It's too close to call. The numbers, the favorability, the commitments from Jamaicans to vote for either JLP or PNP, it is a statistical dead heat, and so it will be unwise of me to make a call at this time. Check me in about a week or so closer to the time.
Watch how I call you back. You can't get to know.
Yes, man. No problem.
So what does each party need to do now to get over that line first? Come up,
The parties
sports
are
day
doing.
winners.
There is not much more. Listen, we have less than 2 weeks to go. There is not much more that can be done. They have to just keep doing what they're doing. The elections will be won, will be a test of the party whose grassroots mobilization is most effective. When it is that the party workers are mobilized, when it is that they are going door to door and inviting persons to come on out, the party that does that best is the party that will go over the edge. It's going to be a close election. You're looking at probably a best case scenario, the party wins with 34 votes. No, not votes, constituencies, the 34 seats. It won't be much greater than that. It's going to come down to the party whose mobilization, whose machinery, whose workers are more motivated and organized enough to bring out those votes.
Always great to see you, my friend, my little brother.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good to see you, my little brother. Blessings. And
Take care, my friend. All the best.
thanks again for speaking. Well explained. Really love seeing
Thank
you all
you.
the while. Jermaine Barrett, founder and executive director, Jamaican Association of Debating and Empowerment Limited. They call him Jade.
Coming up, we hear how a group of UTech alumni using innovation to keep students safe on and off their campus. We'll be right back with that after this.